Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today we're going to be continuing 50 years of horror fiction, and we are moving into the year 1991. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get underway with this, alright? Alright, so the first one up we got for 1991 is Lot Lizards, and this is by Ray Garton. A lot lizard is a female hooker who works a highway truck stop as her territory. When trucker Bill Ketter looks for a little relaxation and release, he discovers, too late, that he has bitten off more than he can chew. In fact, his lot lizard is the one who does the biting. She is a vampire, one of a number who move from one truck stop to the next under the watchful and vicious eyes of the repulsive Carsey brothers. Against his will, Bill becomes one of the undead. He follows the brothers and their cargo to another stop where he meets his ex-wife and children, and Bill finds himself battling the vampires and their age-old leader for the life of his teenage son. Garton has created another small masterpiece, contemporary adult horror at its most gruesome and loaded, with extra doses of sex and gore. The confined setting creates the perfect claustrophobic stage for the story, and the hellaciously quick pace never lets the action slow down. And that is Live Girls, and that is by Ray Garton. And I read that book, and it's really awesome. It's really cool. Alright. I know I said a lot of books I read are awesome, but that one was. Alright. Just take my word for it. Read that one and Live Girls together, because you'll really get a kick out of reading both of those books together. Okay? Alright, next up we've got The Mailman, and it's by Bentley Little. Once upon a time, waiting for the mail was filled with warm anticipation, but the suicide of the local mailman has left the residents of this tiny Arizona town shell-shocked. Nothing this bad has ever happened here, but now it has, and more bad things are on the way. Soon there's a new mail carrier in town, one who's delivering lethal letters stuffed with icy fear. He's bringing bad news, and before too long the killing will begin. Nothing, not even the most outstanding citizens or the most perfect weaknesses, will be safe from the mailman's sinister power. That is The Mailman, and that is by Bentley Little. Hey, what do we got next? Alright, next up we've got a rather short synopsis for St. Peter's Wolf, and this is by Michael Cadnam. Obsessed with the latest addition to his collection, a set of fangs embedded in silver, art collector Benjamin Bird soon finds himself transforming into a nocturnal, bloodthirsty being. And that is St. Peter's Wolf. And that is by Michael Cadnam. Alright, next we've got Wet Bones, and this is by John Shirley. Welcome to Los Angeles, where every addiction is encouraged. Struggling Hollywood screenwriter Tom Prentice can hardly believe that the emaciated and mutilated corpse lying on the morgue slab was once his ex-wife. Then his roommate's missing brother turns up in a local hospital, having sliced open his own chest and legs for some sick, inexplicable reason. In Oakland, the Reverend Garner, a recovering addict, leaves his ministry in search of his teenage daughter, who was last seen in the company of her ghoulish kidnapper. And the Los Angeles police are meanwhile baffled in their hunt for the elusive wet-bone serial killer who leaves nothing of his victims behind except a damp, grisly pile of bones. Though Tom, the Reverend, and the LAPD are on separate quest for answers, they are all being led into the darkest shadows of Hollywood, where the debauchery never ceases and pleasure is a drug that devours human flesh, blood, and sanity. But the true source of the all-consuming addiction is the most horrifying revelation of all, for it is not of this rational earth. And that is Wet Bones, and that is by John Shirley. Alright, and finally, for 1991, we have got The Cipher, and this is by Kathy Koja. When a strange hole materializes in a storage room, would-be poet Nicholas and his feral lover Nakota allow their curiosity to lead them into the depths of terror. Wouldn't it be wild to go down there, says Nakota. Nicholas says we're not. But no one is in control, and their experiments lead to obsession, violence, and a very final transformation for everyone who gets too close to the fun hole. And that is the Cipher, and that is by Kathy Koja. And that is going to do it for the year 1991. So until next time, as I always say, take care and stay scared. Bye-bye.